In the heart of a peaceful village, nestled between rolling hills and a dense jungle, lived a poor farmer with his family. Their modest home stood as a silent witness to their daily struggles and quiet dreams. In the barnyard, a simple hen scratched the earth, seeking food for her tiny chicks. Her days were filled with gentle clucks and the soft cheeps of her little ones. One day, however, the tranquility of the barnyard was shattered. A lurking danger approached, threatening to end the innocence of the farmyard and snuff out life before it had a chance to blossom. A large black and yellow striped snake slithered into the farmyard, its scales gleaming menacingly in the sunlight. Its forked tongue flickered in and out, tasting the air for prey. The snake was hungry, and the sight of the farmer's defenseless chicks was too tempting to resist. Meanwhile, the unsuspecting hen was still searching for food, oblivious to the danger lurking in the shadows. When she finally turned back to the nest, her heart skipped a beat. Her instincts, honed by years of survival, had kicked in. From a distance, she saw her chicks huddled together, trembling with fear, while the massive snake prepared to strike. Its cold, emotionless eyes stared at the terrified chicks. It was poised to strike, ready to devour its unsuspecting prey. The chicks were too young to understand the danger that threatened them, let alone defend themselves. They chirped softly, calling out to their mother for protection, their tiny voices echoing the innocence of life, unaware of the darkness that had crept into their sanctuary. The hen knew she had to act fast. With a sudden burst of energy, she rushed towards the snake, flapping her wings furiously and letting out a series of loud, panicked squawks. Her heart pounded against her ribs, and her mind raced, desperately seeking a way to save her children. The snake, startled by the sudden commotion, turned its head towards the approaching hen. For a moment, it seemed almost comical, the image of a small, scrawny hen daring to challenge such a fearsome predator. Yet the hen was no ordinary bird. Her maternal instincts had transformed her into a ferocious protector, willing to risk anything to defend her young. She launched herself at the snake, pecking and scratching with all her might. Her sharp beak and razor-sharp claws raked across the snake's body, drawing blood. The snake, taken aback by the ferocity of the attack, recoiled, hissing angrily. Its scales glistened with a mixture of venom and blood, and its forked tongue lashed out in a menacing display of aggression. The hen, ignoring the danger, continued her relentless assault, each peck and scratch fueled by the primal instinct to protect her chicks. As the battle raged, the rest of the farmyard came to life. The other chickens, roused by the commotion, gathered around, their clucking rising in volume. The farmer's dog, a loyal German shepherd, barked furiously, sensing the gravity of the situation. He wanted to help, but the snake was simply too quick, darting in and out of the farmyard, just beyond the dog's reach. The snake, realizing that it was outnumbered and outmatched, decided to retreat. It slithered away, disappearing into the tall grass at the edge of the farmyard. The hen, exhausted but victorious, returned to her chicks. She nuzzled them, ensuring they were unharmed. Relief washed over her, and she clucked softly, comforting her frightened little ones. From that day on, the hen became a local legend, her bravery passed down through generations of farmyard fowl. The tale of the black snake and the hen served as a reminder that courage could be found in the most unexpected places, and that even the smallest creature could be a hero. One day, as the hen was leading her chicks to the farmyard, she noticed something unusual. A large crowd of animals had gathered around the edge of the farmyard, their eyes fixed on something inside. Curiosity piqued. The hen pushed through the crowd, eager to see what had caused such a commotion. As she got closer, her heart sank. There, in the middle of the farmyard, was the same black and yellow striped snake. It was larger than she remembered, its scales gleaming ominously in the sunlight. It was the very same snake that she had faced off against months ago, but now it was bigger and angrier, its eyes burning with a fierce determination. The snake, sensing the arrival of the hen, reared its head and hissed menacingly. Its forked tongue flickered in and out, tasting the air like a harbinger of doom. The hen, recognizing the danger, instinctively took a step back, but there was no escaping this confrontation. The snake had returned seeking revenge. With a sudden surge of adrenaline, the hen spread her wings and let out a defiant squawk. She was ready to defend herself and her chicks once again. But this time, the odds were stacked against her. The snake lunged, its jaws wide open, revealing rows of sharp fangs. The hen, reacting instinctively, dodged to the side, narrowly avoiding the deadly bite. The snake, thwarted in its attack, coiled around the hen, its body pressing against hers, attempting to squeeze the life out of her. The hen, trapped in the coils of the serpent, struggled to free herself. Her heart pounded in her chest, and she could feel the life slowly draining out of her, but she refused to give up. With a Herculean effort, she pecked and clawed at the snake, trying to break free from its suffocating grip. The snake, sensing the hen's determination, tightened its coils, its cold, reptilian eyes staring into hers. The hen, gasping for breath, could feel her strength ebbing away. But then, something inside her snapped. With a final burst of adrenaline, she pecked the snake in the eye, drawing blood. The snake, howling in pain, released the hen, recoiling from the unexpected attack. The hen, taking advantage of the distraction, scrambled away, flapping her wings frantically. She couldn't outrun the snake, so she decided to outsmart it. She led the snake away from her chicks, deeper into the farmyard, hoping to find an opening. The snake, blinded and enraged, pursued the hen, its hissing echoing across the farmyard. The chase continued, winding through the farmyard, the snake gaining on the hen. The hen, desperate, looked around for help. The other chickens watched, paralyzed with fear, unable to intervene. But then the farmer's dog came bounding over, barking furiously at the snake. Startled by the dog's intrusion, the snake momentarily paused, allowing the hen a precious moment to regroup. With a burst of speed, the hen darted towards the open barn, safety within reach. The snake, realizing it was being outmaneuvered, abandoned the pursuit, retreating into the tall grass. The hen, shaken but unharmed, returned to her chicks. She nuzzled them, her heart racing, thankful that they were safe. The ordeal had been terrifying, but the hen's bravery had paid off. She had saved her chicks once again, proving that even the smallest creature can be a hero. News of the hen's bravery spread far and wide, reaching the ears of the king of the nearby jungle kingdom. Impressed by the hen's courage, the king invited her to his palace, offering her a place among his royal subjects. The hen, flattered by the offer, declined, choosing to stay on the farm where she belonged. She was content to be a simple hen, a protector of her chicks rather than a royal guest. And so the tale of the hen became a legend, a story whispered among the barnyard animals and told 2 generations of chicks. The hen, though she never realized it, had become a symbol of courage, reminding all who heard her story that true bravery comes not from size or strength, but from the willingness to stand up for what is right.